If you had only one chance to go back in time, who would you save? Lucas sat alone in his room. The night was heavy with silence, the kind of silence that presses against your chest until it feels hard to breathe. Scattered across the table were photographs of his sister. Her smile was frozen forever in those pictures. Her laughter existed only as an echo in his memory. He traced her face with trembling fingers, his vision blurred by tears that never seemed to run out. The old clock on the table struck midnight. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Each sound cut through the room like a cruel reminder. Time never stops. Time never waits. And every second that passed reminded him of the truth he could not escape. She was gone. Lucas carried the weight of guilt every single day. He replayed that tragic accident in his mind again and again, like a broken record that would never stop. 1,000 times he tried to convince himself. There was nothing I could do. But deep down, in the quiet of the night, he knew the truth. He would give anything, his own life, his own future, just for one chance to change the past. His hand brushed against something different on the table. Buried under the photos and letters was an old clock. It was his sister's clock, the one she had always kept close. But now something was taped to the back of it. A note, faded with time, but still legible. It said, "Whoever controls time can correct the past." Lucas froze. His heart raced, pounding in his chest so hard it hurt. He whispered to himself, "This can't be real." Yet hope began to flicker in the dark corners of his mind. Could this really be possible? Could he go back? Could he save her? Fear tangled with desperation. His hands shook as he held the clock. For a long moment, he couldn't move. But then, taking a deep breath, he turned the clock's hands. A flash of blinding blue light exploded through the room. The air spun around him, filled with the roar of voices, echoes, and memories colliding. The world tilted, twisted, and then silence. When Lucas opened his eyes, his breath caught in his throat. He knew this place. He knew this moment. The day of the accident. The same sky above. The same streets alive with noise. The same second that had haunted him for years. His body trembled. He had dreamed of this chance 1,000 times. Now it was real, and he knew what he had to do. Lucas ran. His feet pounded against the pavement. His lungs screamed for air. The crowd was thick, the traffic relentless. He shouted her name, but the noise of the city swallowed his voice. Each step felt like he was running against the weight of the world. He stumbled. He pushed through strangers. A car screeched inches away. Horns blared. People cursed. It was as if time itself resisted him, throwing every obstacle in his path. His mind burned with fear. What if I don't reach her in time? What if I fail again? He pushed harder. His legs felt like fire. And then, he saw her, just ahead, the exact spot where everything went wrong. His heart surged. He screamed her name again, louder this time, tearing his throat. She turned. Her eyes widened. Lucas lunged forward, grabbing her arm and pulling her back just as the accident unfolded before them. Metal crashed. Tires screeched. But she was alive. She was safe in his arms. For one glorious moment, Lucas felt the weight of the world lift. He had done it. He had saved her. His heart burst with relief and joy. Tears streamed down his face as he whispered, "I got you. You're safe." But then, something shifted. The street didn't look the same. The people around him didn't behave the same. A friend who should have been safe was suddenly in danger. A stranger stumbled into the path of chaos. Events twisted. Reality bent. The world began to ripple like glass under pressure. Lucas looked around in horror. By saving her, he had changed everything else. The chain reaction spread fast. Lives unraveling, destinies colliding, consequences he could not control. His joy crumbled into dread. He held his sister's hand tighter, staring into her eyes. She was alive. She was right there. But around them, the world was breaking. In that moment, Lucas understood the harshest truth of all. Changing the past does not guarantee happiness. Sometimes, the only path forward is acceptance. His chest ached. His soul screamed. But he knew what he had to do. With tears pouring down his face, he turned the clock once more. The blue light returned. The world spun violently, and in an instant, she was gone. He was back in his room, alone. The silence heavier than ever, but this time something inside him had shifted. He no longer stared at the photographs with only guilt. He looked at them with gratitude, with love, with memory. Lucas smiled through his tears, whispering softly, "I'll carry you with me, always." And at last, he understood. In the end, it doesn't matter how much time we have, but how we choose to use it.